that what this man did at OSU? Don't know. Don't know. More information is going to have to come out about this. But anyway, I would certainly encourage everybody to keep the people there in your prayers in Columbus, and the people that are that are suffering from this and recovering from these wounds. And look, you can't rule out that this could very well be a terrorist attack. And this is the way that ISIS has instructed people to do this. And this goes back to something I've talked about many times on this show. I put a lot of responsibility on the mainstream Islamic organizations like Council on American Islamic Relations and some of the biggest names and voices in Islam. They have a responsibility to stand up and to start acknowledging the violence problem that exists in Islam. Start acknowledging how widespread terrorist ideology is within Islam. Folks, look at the polls. You can see clearly in the polls. Remember, a survey was taken of U.S. Muslims, not Saudi Arabian Muslims, United States Muslims. And they were asked, is terrorism, is it ever justified? Folks, remember the number there? 81% said no. That's, hey, Bob, 81%, that's pretty good, right? That's a pretty high percentage. No, folks, it ought to be 99.999%. 81% said no. That means 19% had, at a minimum, mixed emotions, because some of them said, yes, it's justified. Some said, well, rarely justified. Some said, in some cases, some said, I don't know. There were different answers that were given, but answers other than the word, no. By the way, I think 7% said, yes, absolutely justified, or something like that. But bottom line, 19%. Folks, that's 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 Muslims in America, according to the polling data of their own communities, 1 out of 5 Muslims admit to saying, at a minimum, they have mixed emotions about terrorism. Well, it might be justified. 1 out of 5. You really think if you went into any church in America, if a survey was taken of Christians all across America, born-again evangelical Christians, and they were asked, do you believe that killing innocent men, women, and children for no reason other than they're not Christian, carrying out terrorist attacks against them, is that justified? Folks, you're not kidding. You think you're going to get just 81% who say nope? Well, it's going to be 99.999%. You're liable to get one crazy loon now and then. By and large, everybody understands it's not acceptable. But in Islam, in America, you have 1 out of 5 that say, no, it might be. So this is a dangerous problem. And that's why the responsibility falls on the Muslim leadership, the moderate Muslims, to stop the denial game. Stop this nonsense of saying, oh, there's no difference between extremism in all religions, whether it's Islam, Christianity, they all have their extremists. Now, I don't know what information is going to come out about the OSU thing. I don't even know if this is a terrorist attack. So far, it seems to be fitting the mold of that, but we don't know for sure. It might not be the case. For all we know, this might be a disgruntled person from Michigan who doesn't like the results of the Michigan game and went down to carry out an attack on a bunch of Buckeyes. Okay? I seriously doubt that that's the case. But we don't know yet. But what I am saying is this, and I think we can all agree, if it turns out that this is a terrorist attack, we're not going to be surprised, are we? We're not going to be surprised. So, what would surprise us is if this person was doing this in the name of Jesus and was yelling out, Jesus is Lord, and was hacking up people with a butcher knife, okay? And had a fish symbol on the back of his car. And I think we can all agree that would be surprising. But it will not surprise anybody if reports come out this person was yelling Allahu Akbar or anything like that. That won't surprise us. Now, maybe, just maybe, this guy has nothing to do with religion whatsoever, and he's just some sicko guy. That could be the case too. But even if that were the case, we see countless other cases like this popping up all the time. And it still speaks to the larger issue. Islam has a serious terrorism problem within it, and it falls upon the branches of Islam to acknowledge that and start dealing with it instead of denying it and somehow claiming it's no different than Christianity or any other religion. That's the problem that I have with it. All right, you're listening to the Bob Newcomb Show.